I'll just update my title. For the Malaysian Grand Prix, I put Australian Grand Prix.
Oh no.
Right area of the world, one continent and one country. Wait, hang on. What is up, guys? Jack here. Welcome back to another stream. I'm here with Ivan.
Hey, you alright?
Yeah, I don't know how to pronounce. I think it's Ivan. And Lordy Boy is on his way home, so he'll be coming soon. And yeah, we were speaking to the main man himself, Big C, before the stream happened.
Yeah,
you know,
Big C,
I have
won
connections.
7 titles on the PSGL site.
Good evening, Haig. I'm joking. Haig. Good evening, Haig. I need to send out the link. Oh God, I hate doing this sometimes. But everyone, if you want to speak to the viewers, speak to them.
It's going to be a big race here today for Blue Mosquito. Championship leader, leading the championship by 21 points over his closest competitor Haig, and with 6 to 7 races left in the calendar.
6.
It's 6, is it? So yeah, he better not take the foot off the gas, because he's going to need every amount of points or podiums that, you know.
I think points would be, depends how much.
Wouldn't be too bad.
Yeah, but it depends how much, you know.
Yeah.
Kurtwois gets and Haig gets.
Yeah.
Share.
I mean, there are a
Copy
couple
link.
of drivers behind that. So that includes Courtois' last game in the Mr. Grumpy still in the thick of the Courtois, that's the one, not Courtois.
It's not the Chelsea goalkeeper. We spoke about this.
Righty, right, you're live, so I'm gonna retweet. I'm gonna tweet this so it can get retweeted on the screen. Lordy Boys can join us in a second.
And I just need to send up the link in the PSN chat. As qualifying, do you think there'll be any rain today then, Evan?
Silverstone is known for wet weather conditions, so there could be, but you never know with Silverstone, anything can happen.
Obviously, one stop is possible, and here is Lordy.
Hello guys, sorry I was a bit late.
Okay.
How are you doing?
Right.
I'm doing good, how about you? Looks like it's going to be a dry qualifying.
Yeah, just come back from a lovely curry, so very nice. Oh man, are we just entering qualifying?
Yeah, we literally just started.
Wow, that's fine. I'll get myself in, just loading.
Oh, what have we started?
Yeah. It looks like to be a dry. Rain scheduled for the end of the race, so like F5 then. Thank you, Haig, for that update.
It's a very difficult circuit, this one.
Very quick as
A lot
well.
of concentration.
Yep. A very quick one as well.
Yeah, very quick.
God, Lordy, I forgot to send you an invite. My apologies.
It's alright, I got one from Mr. Grumpy. Don't worry.
Thank God. Don't know how I forgot that. It's alright. So there's a gaggle of cars leaving the track. Who are you on board with, Jack?
I'm on board with Blue Mosquito at the moment, as he exits out of probably the slowest pit lane on the circuit, on the calendar.
Yeah. So it's important not to damage your wing on the first lap. Lordy Boy, I believe, had a few incidents here in the opening lap, so I'm sure he knows a lot about making those early pit stops and being left behind.
Yeah, I'm very experienced in losing the wing department anyway. Yeah, on the first lap, you just got, in any track really, you just got to take your time. So if you take your time, don't get involved in any incidents, usually the race is quite smooth, but, you know, as an experienced man like yourself, Aaron, you've won a lot around this track, so you know what it takes to win.
Also, with another hard track coming up, obviously, in Hungary, which is very notorious for losing your wing, because you can make so many mistakes on there, and still lose your wing, because it's not a very forgiving track as Britain is, as much as Britain is. So, yeah.
No, you're definitely right with that. It's a very, very tight, twisty track, and if you can't behind a slower driver, you could definitely lose a bit of your wing. But we're on board here with Blue Mosquito, aren't we?
Yep. Rocking the number 65 number as he has all season. I do like his helmet, I must give him that.
Yeah. Blue for Scotland, and we'll have plenty of Scottish fans making their way down from Edinburgh, Aberdeen, Glasgow, and whatever other parts of Scotland we have. He's the hometown hero, but he's in England now. It's Hague's territory, but it's still the British Grand Prix.
Also, you got
probably got
a lot of Welsh people as coming in as Miles. I think Miles is Welsh. I'm not sure. Hopefully he is, as he's obviously you're going to have a lot of, and Lloyd Boy leaves again. But we're going to have a lot of Welsh people. Yeah.
I'm going to keep the shoes.
Yeah, it's going to be. Also, there's going to be a lot of English drivers coming. There are a lot of English drivers in the can't speak. A lot of English drivers in the what's the word? In the lobby.
Yeah,
as a lot of English fans will be rooting for their hometown hero.
Yeah, they've got plenty of hometown heroes, as you said.
Fun fact.
Grumpy.
Yeah. Fun fact. I was born 30 minutes away from Silverstone.
Wow.
That's amazing. And Blue Mosquito not taking 30 minutes to get around Maggots and Beckett's. He's on a flying lap. He needs to set this urgently.
I'm going to go on board with Hulkenberger as he will come round final corner. I don't know what that corner's called. So he goes 28-9. Check in now, a former F5 driver as he comes through club. Hulkenberger, Clyde sets a 29.6. Comes across the line. It was the invalidated lap then. Obviously, last sets 28.6. This track, Lordy Boy, it is very well. So you can corner cut it quite a lot. Obviously, with the first corner and Cops, maybe, and Mackes and Beckett's, and the final couple of corners. As Cagnetta goes into grass there for Mackes and Beckett's.
Yeah, like you say, yeah, it is a track you can corner cut quite a bit. Cops corner is usually the main culprit for all the corner cuts. A lot of people running wide there. They try and anticipate the speed of the car, but they can't seem to do it, and they seem to bottle it, a lot of drivers. But no, as I've seen so far, people have been very focused on getting a quick lap in, and it's been brilliant.
Gone through across the final corner. He starts his lap. Did you manage to join back, Lordy Boy?
No.
Message Grumpy in the chat asking him to give you an invite or
evening human fish. Evening human fish.
Yeah, Evening Fish, one of the legends of the PlayStation GL site. The reason why we have a platform to race here today. On board with Mr. Grumpy, some may call him Mr. Drunky. The drink he's had.
You came up with that, didn't you?
Hey?
You came up with that, didn't you?
Yeah, Mr. Drunky.
Hello, Stim. Mr. Stim is here. Aren't you supposed to be racing, Stim?
Wow. He wouldn't want to miss this F4 commentary stream for nothing. As Mr. Grumpy goes round Maggots and Beckett's experience. It's like his 5 millionth lap around here. As Lordy Boy's back in the session.
There we
Heads
go.
down.
Perfect.
What is the straight called? Is it the Wellington straight
Hello
or the
again.
Hanger straight? I don't know.
Hello again. Hello, Stim. Are you due to injury? Hello, Xavier. We've got 8 viewers in already.
Amazing. Are you still on board with Mr. Grumpy? He's going through the final sector. Courtois improves on his lap time. It's a 28-1. What can Mr. Grumpy do?
Good to see Erin and Lord in commentary. I say XXVEF1 says, good to see Erin and Lordy in commentary. It is good to see him.
Amazing.
Oh, thank you very much, man.
You guys.
Appreciate
It's
it.
amazing to be here with Jack, who's kindly let us join him.
Yeah. Thank you very much to Jack. Yeah,
fine.
not every day you get to Aaron and Lordy in the same party together, so it's always a fun occasion.
Yeah.
Tell Erin I said Pat G. Don't know what that
Is
means.
that Oogie? Thank you, Oogie. That That Paji means brother in a South Asian dialect, which includes Hindi,
Paji,
Urdu,
Paji,
Punjabi.
Aja.
Chunga from XXVER F1. We're gonna stick on board with Grumpy. So there's a lot.
So Mr. Grumpy getting a lot of coverage here. I don't know if he's invalidated his time the way he went through that first corner. I'll just have a look. Yes, he's invalidated his lap time. Should we go on board with somebody else who's out there? With Gizmo, it's Simo in P4.
Simo.
I think
Simo.
He's on a good lap though. He's gone into the pits.
Simo.
Is that okay now, Sim? Because Tim told me to turn my mic down because apparently I'm a bit loud. So.
No.
Anyway, Stim said, lovely to see 2 new commentators here. So now we're going to see a lot of people pissing in, getting getting new fresh tyres on.
Oh, the McLaren's gone off into the gravel.
Who was that?
It would be...
Taffy. Taffy is in the gravel.
Number 1 Taffy!
On the softs.
Hydraulics failure again for McLaren, I believe.
No, it looks like he's just retired. Normally retired. We've now gone tyres. Haig's on their mediums.
I don't know what the rules are for retiring on track, but
it just said
Stim Evan,
he apparently said he's just pissing into the pits.
Oh.
Language, Sim.
Yeah, language, mate.
What are the pole times?
Damon is on a lap, I believe. I don't know if he's going to pit here. Yeah, I'll give him
he's not on his lap. He's on his lap.
Lars will be the first man to start the lap. So if you go on board with him, I think that'll be a good watch. He's a very good driver in that car also.
I'll go on board with Venom also getting a lap. 27 flat for F1. That was a good pole time actually. 26.8. Whew.
Wow.
26.8 for F2. That's a good lap time. Faster than F1.
My lap time in F1, it was a 27.9 or a 28.0, I believe, so just a tenth faster than Courtois, but the track conditions will be in their prime at the moment. Courtois, sorry, I just love that Chelsea goalkeeper. Courtois. Lars Gaming, as he powers his car up through cops, can he take it flat out?
See, problem is...
Yeah, he's the man to watch at the moment.
Yeah. It takes a good line actually there. With obviously Silverstone has came out of tyres, probably crashed out or was just normally retired. He's just retired in the pits. The thing about Copston Stowe is their track limits are quite wide, if you get what I mean.
Yeah, I mean you can get away with running wide on some of those corners.
And now I'm sorry. Apparently if you get caught like going over the track limits, the stewards will take action against it and give you a ban or something, a qualifying ban for gaining time, which I'm not taking well. Yeah, and that's why.
Last line, he goes second front row for the Toro Rosso.
Overtakes Chicken Owns, pushed down to the second row of the grid.
I
think he's coming to start a lap though, Chicken Owns, so he will get payback on this lap if he can hold it all together.
I can't turn that down mic. I can't. It's a wireless PS4 mic, so I can't actually turn down my mic. Unless the only thing I can turn down is unless I put the chat loud and then sound down.
I think you're alright. I'm not suffering too bad.
Blue Mosquito's P8 at the moment.
Kurt goes into the pits on the tyres.
Wow.
In party settings. Oh yeah, I can do that actually. So you commentate, I'm gonna do party settings quickly. Party settings.
From Chicken Owns, but here he comes now into Cops Corner. Very quick, lovely helmet actually. Will say Chicken Owns. Very nice. As he does Cops completely flat, doesn't run too far wide. Pretty good from Chicken Owns at the moment.
It looks like he might have lifted off the littlest bit. I think he might have backed off the slap here.
He did look quite cautious through there. I think he just wants to get the lap in. But saying that, he is in P3 on the second row of the grid, so he needs all the pace and time he can find. As Lars Gaming pits.
So that's his go
for it.
It's going to be... He needs a big final sector here. There's Chicken Owns for the McLaren team. Obviously didn't have the best weekend in Azerbaijan last time out. Here he comes, Chicken Owns. He's just a tenth and a half shy from pole. Can he do it?
You're so enthusiastic.
No, he can't.
He's on another lap. You're so enthusiastic. It's really funny.
It's alright. Who else is out there? Blue Mosquito's given up the ghost in P7. It's not good enough for him. Mr. Grumpy.
Mr. Grumpy, yeah, he's out there. Coming through Maggots and Beckets. Mr. Grumpy flying on them super soft tyres. He really wants this. On the second middle of the grid at the moment, a lot of undulation through Maggots and Beckets as he scrapes the curb just slightly on the inside.
Williams of Deja Vu gets him out of the way, not setting a lap time. It's P18 now.
Yeah, Sauber's just gone off.
Well, forget the Sauber. All eyes are on Mr. Grumpy here, the most experienced driver on the site. He's been going for 7, 8, 9 years.
Hulkenberg goes second, 2900.
A pole position.
When they want to,
Hulkenberg goes second.
That's
oh my
shock.
God. What can
Here we go,
Grumpy
Mr.
do?
Grumpy across the line. Oh, it's P1! Mr. Grumpy! What a man!
Right, okay, lap. Simo's out there, though, he comes in. Simo goes second.
Pre-race drink has worked. Oh.
Chicken, don't forget, eyes on chicken, eyes on chicken. Can't just say top 4 separated by 7300. Mega close.
My God.
Yeah, here we go. Chicken Nose coming into the final sector. Absolutely fine in that McLaren. Oh, he's ran wide. Oh, that's going to cost him. The yellow flags in sector 3 as well. As we approach the final 2 corners, Chicken Owens, will he put his McLaren on the front row of the grid? Here it comes, through the last corner, Chicken Owens! It's P1, Chicken Owens! KFC has got nothing on this man, let's go, Chicken Owens!
Clucking his way to pole position.
Absolutely fabulous from Chicken Owens. I've backed him since the start, well done, mate.
That is quicker than his time trial time. That is insane lap.
And Simo goes P3.
Wow.
Right at the end.
It was.
So good lap from Simo. Sorry, I'm eating some sour snakes. They're lovely.
Sorry. But can I just say,
Brilliant.
the championship leader in 9th place.
Yeah, Blue Mosquito, obviously a disappointing qualifying session for him. He didn't go as well as he wanted it to. And I think he just didn't get the lap in early enough. And when he did come out for his second run, unfortunately, he just couldn't get it together. And Haig down in 14th, so both of the title contenders who are first and second in the championship qualifying lowly down the order.
They're saying that, Human Fish, in the chat.
Yeah, just in the chat there. Chicken Owens, don't worry about it. It wasn't a... I think you lost time more than gained time, so don't worry about it.
So that's
fabulous lap from himself.
Chicken in first, Grumpy in second, Simmer in third, Kettles in fourth, Hulkenberg in fifth. I've got a bit of beat going here. Lars in sixth, Ravens in seventh, Clyde in eighth, Blue Mosquito in ninth, the championship leader. 2 Scotshmen on the 8th and 9th. Mosquito, Venom in 10th, Deja Vu 11th, Miles 12th, Sab 13th, Haig 14th, Canada 15th, 16th for Taffy, 17th for Mr. P80, who rounds off the grid.
Yeah, Mr. P obviously had the quali ban. Yeah, done.
Oh my God, Aaron saying clock his way to pole. That was funny. But can I just say, right, before Chicken's lap, it was 0.5 between first and 8th. It was not 0.8 after.
Wow.
Well, that's how tight these drivers are. In terms of pace, you know, one slip up can cost you a lot of positions down in this league. So, you know, crucial qualifying is to get up the grid.
Definitely can. And just to comment on those lap times, some of those lap times are extremely close to the F1 grid. In particular, Chicken Owens' pole position time. It just shows the quality that runs through the PSGL site.
That would put him 5th in F1. So
yeah,
you've got a lot of up and coming talent. So Haig, this is unusual for Haig to start this far bottom. He did qualify on mediums, however, but we're all eyes on the 5 lights now. There you go then, 5 lights. And 5
lights, here we go. Brilliant start from McLaren and Mr. Grumpy as well. Filing in neck and neck. Oh no, he's just.
Any incidents? No incidents.
No incidents going into turn 1, turn 2.
Slow. Into turn 3 now. Coming out into village.
I'll let you go for it.
So. Well, it's a sensible getaway. There's no contact towards the back end of the grid. The only man, Warren Haig's made up 2 positions. Don't know what's going up front. Haig down the inside into
Brookfield? Luffield? I don't know.
Oh,
Luffield,
there's a who is that? Ravers revenge. Oh, would you believe it?
You would want some revenge for that incident, maybe.
Yeah, as you look at the Force India as well of Miles in 11th position. Oh,
Miles
coming
and
in.
Deja Vu.
Cops corner.
Oh,
On the mediums, Deja Vu, so struggling for grip as it seems because Miles is on the super soft
has
tires
got some
coming into
damage.
Maggots and Beckett's.
Hager's got some
Well,
damage
go
there.
up front. It's Grumpy on
Oh
Chicken
no,
Owens
the
here.
Red Bull. Oh, around the outside. Oh no, he's got off the grass. Sorry,
Grumpy's
Pete's
lost
lost
it. Grumpy's lost it. Oh, he's drunk.
Oh,
Mr. Drunky. Oh no.
Oh no, should have got
Oh,
FP.
it's gonna have to be an early stop for him.
Another bottle job from Grumpy this season.
Oh dear me.
He was going to get looked like another chicken is in the lead. Where are his teammates of?
Yeah, Grumpy in the pits and Warren Haig. Wing changes for both of them, I think.
Oh,
Maybe suspension damage for Grumpy.
Mr.
I don't know.
I wasn't on
Grumpy.
board with him, so I don't know what
And
the damage was for.
Stabs in as well. So.
Oh, and as Blue Mosquito goes on the inside of the Toro Rosso on Lars Gaming, they're neck and neck. Going into turn 3. Lars does have the inside line and covers him off very well. Musical Venom also on the back of this trio. Looking very, very feisty. So let's keep an eye on these three for a bit.
27.7 pole time in F3, if anyone really cares, I'm just saying.
Yeah, as we see, Chicken Owens pulling out a slight gap to the Renault up front.
I didn't see him
With Simo or Gizmo, as Aaron says, in P3. With Hulkenberger in a strong 4th, gained 2 positions off the start. So that's very good for the Renault Hulkenberger.
When I was racing against him last season, and when I was racing against him a couple of years ago, well, last year, I couldn't get him. So. Yeah,
I just call him Simo. It's easier for me. But no, just seeing him Venom running wide at Cop's corner again. So yeah, like I said before, a lot of
on board
victims.
P4. Gizmo's off. Gizmo's lost his wing.
Simo!
Oh, it's a horrendous. Simo's lost his wing. What's he done? He's going to have to pit as well.
F3 and F4 pole at the same time, exactly the same time, 0.7.
Oh,
whatever.
Sector 3, yellow flags in Sector 3. I don't know if there's been an incident.
Oh, Simo's been hit. Simo's been hit right there. So this is very interesting scenes for the Toro Rosso driver.
An absolute disastrous start for Simo.
A 5-second penalty. 5-second penalty, stop-go penalty for Gizmo speeding in the pit lane as Chicken Owens sets the fastest lap of the Grand Prix and pulls even further ahead of Courtois, whatever you want to say.
On Lars Gaming. There's a move for P5 and 6 here.
See,
it's a good battle here.
Oh, Venom and Lars. I'll just check the miles and days.
Should I take it from here?
Yeah,
Lars
go on, Aaron. Go on, Aaron.
But Musical Venom has a good run. Will he have a go down the inside? He is. He's going to break. Can he hold the grip? No, there's good grip around the outside for Lars. It's getting a bit feisty here. Bit of wheel banging going on. What else is going to happen? Is there going to be wings flying everywhere? No, they're keeping it clean.
Good move from Venom on the outside there.
Good move from Venom. Phenomenal.
He's going
to have to defend this.
On Alonso. What year is that? 2013?
Yeah. Oh, out of shape for Lars. Clyde. Oh, what happened?
What's a Toro Rosso? I said Toro Rosso. I can't say it. Leave me alone.
Yeah, I'm just having a look through the order and. Oh, the Ferrari's off! The Ferrari is off at Maggots and Beckett's. I don't know if there was a contact there. 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings for the Ferrari driver. On the soft compound tyre, struggling for grip in Maggots and Beckett's. Maybe that off traction not doing him very well. Around this high speed track. Maybe he's on a pad. I don't know. I don't have a clue. But yeah, he's off and he's down into P13, so out of the points for the Ferrari driver.
My number, but I went
Can we just say something about Blue Mosquito? He started 9th on the grid and he's up to P4 here. And he's hunting down Hulkenberger. He's faster than him, but will Hulkenberger help his teammate here in the championship battle? Blue Mosquito, championship leader by clear 20 points over Haig.
21. But
and he doesn't want to lose any points here.
With his Haig being the 15th, not getting any points, Grumpy's going to go down the inside of him here. Well, into Stowe. Grumpy, got a better exit onto him, into Clark.
Yeah, here we go. Yep, going to the third last corner. Oh, Haig covers the inside very well. Tight on the entry for Mr. Grumpy.
Good
racing. Better exit.
Fair then.
Through the final
pretty cool exit.
Oh, yeah. Almost losing it. We've got 11 viewers now. Into whatever this corner's called. Now it's coming into. I don't even know. But looks like that battle. Looks like Haig will not give up that 50th place. Basically, the battle for
Jack.
wooden spoon.
Totally. Haig is a warrior. You know, as Luke Green did say last week, you know, Mr. Grumpy doesn't like a Warren Haig fill-in as a sandwich, and here he goes round the outside with DRS. No, he doesn't go for it. Backs off. Let's Warren Haig have a bit of room.
It's good.
Tremendous experience.
Yeah.
From the both of them.
Great
will-to-will race
and Grumpy, veterans of F4, I think. Kind of.
Yeah, they've been going at it for a while on this site.
3-second time penalty for Miles. Multiple warnings, so that's not going to be very good.
As well, so that's bad. Ravers.
And as Sab runs really far wide, sorry to interrupt, Sab has just gone completely off the track.
Oh, there's going to be a move here from Mr. Grumpy. Oh, class! You got to take your hat off. He might be drunk, but what an overtake. He doesn't like that one single bit. He'll want to come back at him. He doesn't want to let Grumpy go. He's absolutely fuming. He's going to have a go around the outside, and Mr. Grumpy just tosses him away like a moth on the wall.
I think Haig's got a bit damaged there. I'm not sure if you can. If you can.
He might do.
Lordy boy, if you can confirm that for me, because I actually don't know.
No, I think both of them
let's have a look. No. I think they're both fine. No end plate damage on my screen at all. But no, Mr. Grumpy, fabulous move around the outside. He baited him on the inside and then went straight to the outside. So well done, Mr. Grumpy. Haig seems to be struggling on them soft tyres. He's had that wing damage at the start of the race, but he should be climbing a few positions by the end because he is on fresher tyres compared to some of these drivers. So.
And Lars battling Musical Venom here.
Also, don't forget
a little bit of a trio forming.
Don't forget there is rain coming in towards the end of the race.
Oh, yeah, weather conditions could play part in this Grand Prix. As Musical Venom, very neat and tidy, as Sab gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings.
No surprises
But
there.
no, Venom's been very neat and tidy on board with him at the moment, and he's proper nailing this corner. So if he keeps that up, he'll be catching Blue Mosquito, who's looking very fierce actually, and catching Hulkenberger in the Renault. So, Aaron, what's your thoughts?
I'd stay on board with the Blue Mosquito Hulkenberger battle. Tyres are wearing now. Super softs don't last too long around this circuit. Jack, take it from here.
Well, Aaron is the commentator for the month. In my opinion, XFVR F1, but as Sab retires.
Sab's retired.
He's just pulled off. He's given up on all hope. But as I was saying, as you were taking on board there, I was watching Miles as he did have a double gap, but he closed it in, coming through the final corner. Now does he Dave route the RS into Brooklands? Can he get better access? There is a Range overtakes Taffy into Luffield. So not all boring, but not all interesting. Well, it's kind of interesting race, but still got to wait some pit stops to see who jumps who.
Yeah, it will heat up. Well, should we stay on board with Miles and Deja Vu? I am wary Blue Mosquito's closing in. I'll go board with Blue Mosquito. He's got a good DRS run on Hulkenberg. This is the battle for P3.
Oh, lovely helicopter shot for me there. As Blue Mosquito closes in.
Gonna have a go.
Oh, he's going. He's left the inside open.
Experience from Blue Mosquito to not go for that gap, as it is. Looks like Hulkenberg might have closed in. Sorry for interrupting you, and keep going.
No, it's all right. Blue Mosquito knows that this is where he needs to get the move done when Hulkenberg is vulnerable on those worn tyres. Hulkenberg, not a mug himself, very experienced on the PSGL side. He won't be taking any prisoners. Definitely one of the leading figures on the site these days. Well respected. But Blue Mosquito knows he needs to get this move done.
Both Renault drivers from F3 there. The only drivers to come down from F3 this season actually. So the more than the drivers going up from F5, which was Chicken, and we had one from Mr. P80 from F6. But all seriousness though, Chicken.
Yeah, as the race progresses, tyre wear is going to be a main factor. Another battle we should kind of keep an eye on. They're not too close, but Mr. P, Raven's Revenge, and Taffy all very close together. So let's just keep an eye on them just for the moment. But no, Blue Mosquito is looking the most fierce out of.
And also the race leader, Lordy. Look at that.
Yeah, Chicken owns. He's been driving brilliantly, smooth, clean, very tyre wear efficient. You know, he's struggling a bit with tyre wear, but you know everyone does it at this stage of the Grand Prix. You know, even myself, as good a driver as I am, I do struggle with tyre wear at this stage of the race. But no, a very impressive Chicken owns. A bit of a disappointing race last time out, but now fabulous. Just got to keep doing what he's doing.
Kurt is closing in on Chicken. I look quite rapidly as well as but it was Venom Pits.
Venom Pits.
Early.
Yeah, Venom in the pits. Same with Clyde
in as well.
My fan favourite for me, good old Clyde. Banged on about him way too much in Azerbaijan. But no, he's definitely... he looks good in that Haas, actually, good old Clyde. He had a solid race last time out. Got a bit disappointed he wasn't a bit quicker on the super softs, but no, he looks quite good round here. So, let's see what he can do.
And just to say something, the race leaders from first to fourth are only separated by a mere 3 seconds, so this race is far from over. There's going to be a monumental battle for the race win here. Tyres are wearing out here, so pit stops could be crucial. If you pit early, you can get the undercut.
Hayes got 3 seconds time.
Hayes got a time penalty. As I just run through what people have put on. Fresh set of boots for Venom, Miles and Clyde. Clyde's put on the soft tyre just behind Musical Venom, who's on the mediums, and Miles has also put on the medium. So, you know, grip levels are going to be very limited for him, but they are going to be going very long and have the life at the end to attack.
Probably going towards the rain here for the medium runners.
I agree.
As well, so.
I fear one of the race leaders may drop into the pits here. I don't know.
Yeah, you guys keep an eye on board because Raven's Revenge and Taffy are getting very close.
Courtois does, not a Courtois.
He needs to slow down. Oh, slows it down just on time. Who else is going to follow him in? Lars gaming into the pits.
Maybe
I'd keep an eye. I'd keep an eye on Raven's Revenge and Taffy just while these guys make their pit stops. As a 3 second time penalty. Oh, Chicken Owns! Chicken Owns with a penalty. That's going to damage his chances of winning this Grand Prix if he carries that on. That's a shame to see, but
through Cop's corner, which is a corner with high, cutting. And Courtois comes onto mediums, looking to undercut. It's overcut now. Overcut, chip. Is it undercut? Overcut. I don't know. Overcut, undercut. Same thing. Undercut, chicken. So yeah. I can't speak.
I'm just wondering, will Musical Venom regain his position ahead of Lars here? It's going to be tight.
Oh, he's got on the grass. Oh, he's spun. Venom's off.
Drifts it fantastically.
Venom.
Drifts it fantastically.
Well,
how's he not got damage?
I don't know. Oh, his tyres are worn. He can barely keep it together.
As Lars gets a time penalty, Musical Venom may be good with his voice, but not so good on them medium tyres. Struggling with the temperatures. Coming out of the first lap that he's done, he looks a bit shit. Oh, as the Miles goes up the inside as well, so I don't know if he's got suspension or floor damage on that Mercedes, but he's looking to attack actually. I think he's regained his composure. Iran, talk us through this.
Right, here we go into Cops. He needs to pace here. Miles in front of him. Here we go through Cops. Can he keep the speed around? His tyres are still a little bit overheated, but he's keeping it together. He does not want to be behind Miles. Musical Venom throwing away a good opportunity for some good points, but the race is far from over yet.
Yeah, as Chicken Owns and Blue Mosquito pit.
So Will Kurt jump, as Hulkenberger and David Ravu do jump, so I'm interrupting there, Lordy boy. But Courtois, where's Chicken? Chicken is coming out now. He's on the exit. Where's Courtois? He's come through the final corner now. It's going to be very close again. I think Chicken might just get him as the pit exit is a very slower.
I don't know. The undercut can work here.
As Courtois does get him.
It has.
And
he's been mugged off. But
he has been mugged off.
But Courtois is on the mediums. Chicken Owns is on the yellow tyres. What's going to happen here? There's going to be a battle here. I'll stay on board with it because it is going to heat up.
Yeah, I keep looking to the top right for GT to see what the time is because GT has the top time on it. But
3 second time penalty for multiple warnings for Taffy as Deja Vu is at the moment he's leading the race when Hulkenberger pits. So on the medium tyres he's done a brilliant job. If he can take the medium tyres to about lap 20, maybe even lap 18, I think he can put on a fresh set of super softs and get some good times going. But no, fabulous job from Deja Vu.
Looks like his tyres are degrading very, very quickly. Look, don't forget about the rain, Lordy boy, as well, coming in around towards the end of the race. So
Deja Vu's got a bank on Courtois and Chicken Owns all battling with Hulkenberger and Blue Mosquito. That's what's going to make him get some good points this Grand Prix.
Hulkenberger does pit, so it looks like the longest and slowest pit stop in the calendar. And that's why many people don't like Britain because of the pit lane. You can't just judge a circle on the pit lane though. It is a good track. I don't personally like it, is one of my worst tracks, but...
Yeah, I agree. I don't personally like Silverstone.
There's going to be a battle here for P5 and P6. Chicken Owns is still on the back of Kurtwas.
Hulkenberger's going to get mugged off by everyone. So, let's see where he filters out.
He comes out just behind Blue Mosquito.
Yeah, just behind Blue Mosquito. So,
right, Chicken Owns is going to launch an attack here. We've got to stay with this battle here, because this could be for the race lead.
Who do you want to stay on this? Who do you want?
Well, here we go. He's got the DRS. Can he attack Kurtwas? He's going to have Kurtoy. He's going to have to go defensive. He refuses. Will he send one down the inside? No, he won't. Thinks better of it. Does Chicken Owns? Lord.
Yeah, Chicken Owns doing a fabulous job. He needs to dispatch Kurtois as quickly as possible because he is on the quicker tyre. And if this drags out too long, the degradation will come back to haunt him later on in this race, and he might have to two-stop. So Chicken Owns needs to be very careful.
Oh, sorry. Eyes on the battle here. Kalimoto versus Lars Gaming into Cops. What could happen here? Lars can get down the inside here, but into Cops. No, he thinks better of it. Oh, Kalimoto! Oh, cut a bit of Cops there. Hey, gets the first in time currently.
I'll stay on board of Chicken Owns. He's got a good run here. Down the back straight. With the
also,
DRS,
may I point out, Venom got past miles down into from the hangar, not the first straight, I don't know what it's called. Down in the hangar straight now. Gets a better exit. DRS open. Clyde's watching the back of here. Round the outside into Stowe, gets the job done.
Yeah, very good from Lars. Yeah, keep an eye on this battle with Clyde, the Ferrari and Lars Kalimoto, because Kalimoto is struggling on these soft tyres. You know, he's lost a bit of momentum, and Clyde might be looking to pass on the final corner at the inside. Clyde goes, very tight. Thought better of it.
What is that first straight called again? I can't remember. Like,
I don't know, Aaron's the expert on track corners and names, not me.
Wellington, they're both the same thing in my eyes. There's still a good battle here. Chicken Owns only 2 tenths behind Kurtwas. He's going to have a go. You've got to stay with this. Is he going to send one down the inside? No. Thinks better of it again. Conservative, but for all the right reasons.
Yeah, like you say, for all the right reasons.
Gets past Kalimoto there. Kalimoto can still try and wang it. Villa! Put his nosing on the outside. I can't even speak today. This is ridiculous.
Ring it round the outside, as you said. But yeah, Kalimoto struggling on them soft tyres as Clyde dispatches the Ferrari with confidence and cleanliness. Gets rid of the disease that's been haunting him for the past 2 months.
I think Chicken Owns is going to get the move done this time. He's got a DRS
we go then, slipstream as well.
This is going to be close.
Round the outside into Stowe. Kurt leaves him enough room to go down the outside.
Can he do it? He's got the grip on those pressure tyres. He's going to have a go.
Yeah, he's got the grip.
Excellent. We'll into the pair of them.
It's a club.
No.
Oh, Mr. P, 5 second stop go putty. He has just pitted. Sorry to interrupt you guys.
Oh, hits him, touching a bit there. As battle for the wooden spoon is carrying on between Ravers and Haig and Grumpy.
Yeah, I don't know about you guys, but we all need to stick on this battle because Blue Mosquito is revving his engine at this, licking his lips. He's loving this battle. Closing in really close to them soft tyres. It's like a roast dinner for him. He's going to munch it all up. Let's go, Blue Mosquito. Down Wellington hangar, bloody any straight you want to call it. Here we go, Chicken Owns defending from the inside from Kurtois, but he thinks better of it. Can't make 2 moves, and here comes Chicken Owns down the inside. Absolutely fabulous. Oh, contact though.
This is personal.
Oh, around the outside. Banging wheels. It's absolutely fabulous. Kurtois, hold on, he does.
Good defending. Blue Mosquito gets a run as well. We've got to stay with this.
Go on here and go.
This is for the net lead. The Deja Vu's still out there. Chicken Owns has been struggling through Cops all afternoon. He needs to keep it together here. Kurtwas defending his absolute heart out. Kurtois, I don't care what his name is. This is... Oh, he's out of shape there. He's going to be under threat.
2 tenths here now. Slipstream without that, he's going to get the move down into the hangar straight, come into Stowe. There's no doubt about it, unless he holds the inside line. As Hulkenberg is invited to the pressure as well, don't forget. Hulkenberg has been invited here, so it's a 4-way battle for the net lead of the British Grand Prix.
Well, we do say the net lead at the moment, but Deja Vu is flying on the mediums up for Williams at the start, and he's got no competition at this point in the Grand Prix. And with these guys battling so viciously, these guys... Oh! Chicken Owns in the final corner!
Shape!
Blue Mosquito goes past.
4th. I don't know if that was Kurt's. I was on board with Taffy there, and I came back and I was on board with Kurt's voice and I didn't see it, so...
No, don't worry. Chicken O's just a bit out of shape coming through the final corner, battling with these veterans of the league.
Four-way battle now.
As Warren Haig is in the pit lane, just thought I'd mention changing off the soft compound tyre. So probably going to the mediums to the end, I think, Warren Haig.
Just a word on Warren Haig. It's been a miserable afternoon for him following that start.
Especially for his title charge.
Absolutely appalling.
As it looks like... Yeah, so...
Disastrous.
I don't mind that.
Mr. Grumpy making up ground, actually, after the spin he had on lap 1. Mr. Grumpy, he's in P12, he's not too far off the point, so I think a good points haul for him would be very uplifting for his confidence, even though he did qualify on the front row of the grid.
Yeah. Do you two want to ask the questions? Chicken O's 3 times, haven't we? But do you two want to ask the questions after the interviews? And then...
Yeah, we can help with that.
Yeah, of course we can all talk.
We've got to stay on board here with Blue Mosquito. He's attacking Courtois. Courtois. It's so hard. Chicken Owns licking his lips. No pun intended. Finger licking good.
Finger licking good, man.
This battle warms up.
There's no chicken crisis for Chicken Owns by the looks of things, as he's got his own chicken.
Yeah, exactly. We've got to say something here. With rain expected, Taffy and Deja Vu are doing a phenomenal job. Especially Deja Vu. He could be on for the race win here. If he can stretch those mediums out for as long, and if it does rain, he'll be in a prime position to win this race.
Just call Courtois Kurt.
I'll call him Curtis.
Yeah. Of course, like you said, though, and Deja Vu doing a fabulous job. A 15, 16 second gap he's got over the leaders, if you calculate it. As there's an incident in Sector 1, Miles is off.
He's hit a wall! Lost his wheel! Oh no.
That's an odd place to lose
game over for the Force India.
That's a really odd place to lose it, as you've got the first wheel off moment in the race. That's a really... We saw it with Venom, he lost it there as well, but somehow didn't lose his wing. It's a very... If in the wet, I would say, okay, yeah, you lost it in the coil where it's quite hard to lose
It's a very unusual place, like you say, to crash, but you never know what could happen. Hydraulics failure, MGK breakdown, we have no clue what happened. Unfortunately, with them at the moment, because there's an interesting battle between Blue Mosquito and Courtois for P3
they're both
in
closing
race.
in on Taffy, so Taffy, who's yet to make a pit stop, and this battle could become heated. Oh, what's happening up the road? There's a laggy car, is there? I don't know. I think it's pitted.
No, Taffy's pitted. Taffy has just pitted for a fresh set of boots.
Chicken's teammate pits here. So he made a mistake from the last corner, losing a lot of time to Blue Mosquito now. So it looks like Blue Mosquito was quick, and he definitely cuts cops there. With the penalties, obviously, that Chicken's got, it doesn't look like that he might just be losing out on his podium here.
Yeah, super softs for Taffy, as he will rejoin around P11, maybe P12. Think about P12 as we look. Yeah, P12 it seems for Taffy.
P12
at the moment,
P13.
as the pack splits wider and wider. There's definitely different
with
sections
this battle here for second and third. Look at the gaps. 4 cars in a row. Look at the gaps.
If Dave pits now, he'll be down where Taffy is. He'll be down where Taffy is practically, maybe where Ravers is. That's how bunched up Taffy and Dave. Sorry, if Dave pits now, how bunched up this field is with all these battles going on, he will be down in 12th.
Stay out, son. Stay out. That's the advice from a triple world champion from the PSGL F1 League. But I don't know if it's going to rain yet. Blue Mosquito keeping level-headed in P3. Still having that Courtois. Chicken O's.
Curtis.
Well.
Yeah, personally for me, like Aaron says, you've got to take them mediums longer. You've got a good enough gap. Stick the differential in 50 and put the fuel load on. Put the fuel revs on lean and just coast it round. You know, you've got to keep them tyres nice and safe and nice and clean for the battle ahead, because he's doing a fabulous job in that Williams.
It looks like it's raining on my screen. I don't know if it's raining on your screen, but this surely makes Kurt happier, as he knows he can go to the end of the race.
Well, Kurt might not be so happy to see Blue Mosquito so close behind him. Is he going to launch an assault here? The Scottish Tiger. He's got the fans on his side. Can he make a move here for P2? He's going for it. No. these two are in the title fight. What Kurt did say is he wants to beat Blue Mosquito every single race until the end of the season and snatch that title off him. Blue Mosquito, absolutely, having none of it.
Did he?
Yeah, like you say here, and Blue Mosquito is all 4 cylinders of pure power after this Courtois driver. He wants the Renault gone.
Here we go then. Chicken obviously he did say to me that he does want a win or a podium in F4. This could be his best shot.
Well, not with a 6-second time penalty. Blue Mosquito lining up Kurt here. A lot of experience here.
Outside.
Former F1 champion. Here we go. Around the outside. Can he do it? No, he can't. He's going to hold the grip around the outside. He's going to run out of road, is he? No. He's got to keep it down the inside. He's got out braking. Come on, Blue. Can he do it? Oh, close.
Come on, Kurt.
Fabulous. Oh, Chicken on the inside.
Sector 2.
Fabulous from the McLaren driver.
Yeah, Sector 2.
Sector 2. Mr. P has hit the dirt. Let's keep on board with this battle, though, because it's absolutely fabulous from these three. Brilliant action. Chicken Nose is under pressure from Blue Mosquito. He's going to try up the inside. No, he's not. He's going to wait until the DRS straight. But Chicken Nose is going to have DRS from Courtois. So Hulkenberger sniffing as well on the soft tyres. He hasn't been involved too much in this Grand Prix, but he's always been there. So he could definitely join this battle.
Yeah. And Chicken Nose, he is angry. He's fuming in that cockpit. Is he going to have a go at Kurt here? It's getting heated. Mr. Grumpy, time penalty. It's a disastrous evening for Mr. Grumpy. Hometown hero. It's not going well for him. But Chicken Owens and Kurt is the main battle here. As the battle on 2nd, 3rd, 4th and 5th heats up. Deja Vu still leads the race. And he's doing fine on those medium tyres. Oh, out of shape is Chicken Owens. Oh, through that.
Yeah, like you say, a fabulous job on the medium tyres. Claire Williams shaking in her boots for her 2 drivers at the moment. And Alan Prost a bit nearly biting the nails for the Renaults as well. Maybe add a bit of Claude Puel, sponsored by Leicester. Chuck all the French people in there. Let's go. Renault Racing Team doing brilliant.
Doing
absolutely fabulous.
Maybe Evan Brullier as well. Maybe Evan Brullier.
Yeah. Let's slap him in there as well.
Slap them all. Good old French managers.
Also, France tossed, obviously, with Lars gaining on these guys as well. Well, was gaining, but maybe wasn't. But maybe France tossed is biting his nails as well for Lars to catch up into this battle. And you never know.
Yeah, Lars hasn't been involved too much in this in the Silverstone Grand Prix at the moment, but no, he's keeping a good 6th place. He's not too close to Clyde, who is on the quicker tyres on the soft compound. But no, he's doing quite a good job, and if these guys keep battling away, he's going to claw them back at some stage. But I don't know when the rain is going to come down. That is the mystery round here at Silverstone. The weather.
Just to say something. Yeah, and just to say something, I think Deja Vu's tyres are about to give way soon. He is starting to lose a lot of time.
Look at the degradation on them as well. Getting colour, yes, it is human fish. I don't know how it's been. Oh, he's almost spun out of cops.
Yeah, Deja Vu were suffering very hard.
19 laps is good. And you can go on the super soft towards the end.
Pirelli predicted at the start of the race 20 laps maximum round here on these medium compound tyres. He could go to the end. He doesn't need a pit stop. Who cares? Go to the end, mate. Doing fabulous.
It's raining. I think it's raining. Yeah, it's raining. I see raindrops on the cars. If I'm not blind, I think I do. I'm not sure.
I'm not too sure on my screen, but I've got a tiny bit of lag, so I'll take your word for it. But no, Deja Vu's staying out. Probably a couple more laps on the mediums if he can keep going. He is losing seconds per lap now, but he has got a big enough gap to maintain the lead. Let's just hope this rain comes down for him, because I want to see him get a podium, or at least a podium. Maybe the race win after a performance like this.
Pirelli also said 15 laps on the super softs, but I think that's wrong.
Yeah. Well, I'd stay on board with Chicken Owens here, because he is piling the pressure onto Kurt.
Wait, I don't know if it's my TV. It's my TV. It's not raining yet.
Oh, wait. Go back to P11, Mr. Grumpy on Raven's Revenge. On the softer of the 2 compounds, coming into the last 2 corners.
The battle
Grumpy
for the
looking very fierce.
Every point can be precious if you're in the battle for a championship.
Wow, X on the last corner. Definitely cut that. Taffy's back here as well. Oh, he hits the grass coming into the entrance.
Oh no, a bit of lag, but Mr. Grumpy ran the outside of turn 3. Here he goes, the old veteran of the league. and a very experienced man, and actually a lovely man. I spoke to him quite a few times, Mr. Grumpy, and he has dealt with a few issues of mine, and he was very nice about it. But let's not talk about how nice he is. We want nasty Mr. Grumpy as he comes down the Wellington Straight. Here we go on Raven's Revenge on the softer compound tyre. Here he goes. Oh, he defends it, but Mr. Grumpy's going to force his Mercedes down the inside. No, he's not. Oh, a bit passive from Mr. Grumpy there.
Looks like
but no, he's still on the back.
Looks like the battle for the lead is net lead is closing down now. Not as much action as we were hoping for.
Oh, puncture for Deja Vu on my screen. Is that correct? I think it is.
Yes, it is correct. Yes, luckily he was coming.
Oh, 5 second stop go as well.
It's a disastrous.
And Pirelli did say
20
laps. Pirelli did say 20 laps. But the fact is, though, you cannot stop with a puncture to get down to 37 miles an hour within a amount of space. It's disastrous. It was going so well for him.
Oh, he just needed to hold it out a bit longer. Oh, but it's never nice to see somebody's race destroyed by a puncture, but you run the risk if you stay out that long. And
20 laps.
Deja Vu will be suffering Deja Vu later tonight.
Yeah, you know, absolute travesty, tragedy. Every single word in the dictionary. Tragic for Deja Vu as Raven's Revenge picks up a penalty. You know, a really good drive for him. Claire Williams did get the weather report wrong, so she'll be getting the sack after this Grand Prix. As we see Taffy and Mr. Grumpy. Taffy ran the outside. Brilliant move from Taffy on the super soft tyres.
Imagine the scenes it starts raining now. What I got in F5.
Yeah, the pack is spread out a bit now. Shame to see Deja Vu go. He would have made it interesting. As Taffy gets a 3-second penalty for multiple warnings.
I'll tell you what, there are raindrops on my screen now.
There is raindrops, yeah. I can confirm that.
It could spice up
Human
towards the
Fish,
end.
you cursed it. You jinxed it, Human Fish. Come on.
Who's going to be able to carry the grip?
Miss P80 with a fast lap, all those super softs running in last place. 30.6.
Alright, yeah, as you said, and it's going to start getting tricky with these raindrops now. But who has the balls, the testes for this weather condition right now?
This is going to get exciting. Chicken
9
owns another
seconds for
penalty.
Chicken. He's going to drop on the podium. He's dropping on the podium as it stands.
It would be well deserved. If you cut that many corners, you don't deserve to be anywhere near the podium. But Chicken Owns not giving up here on chasing down Kurt, who's looking well set for the race win here. But it's not over. The rain is falling. Who's going to have the balls, as Naughty Boy correctly said?
It's raining quite hard, though. It looks
just to interrupt you, sorry, Jack. Venom is absolutely like his mediums are shot completely. He's struggling completely in these weather conditions. Not having a very good time. A torrid race for him. It's in P7, so he's got a good haul of points if he can stay there. But no, not a very good day at the office for Musical Venom.
Sad day for Venom again. Again, he disappoints. I don't know where Pace has gone from F1 2016. Apparently people were considering moving him up to F2 for the F1 2017 season. But he's staying F4, and rightly so, I think.
Well, there's 3 drivers in contention for the race win. It's Kurt, Blue and Hulkenberger. 4 laps to go. The rain is pouring. Who's going to triumph here? Chicken Owns with 9 seconds worth of penalties. He'll drop out of the action. Yeah,
I will just say, as Iram says, the conditions do get trickier. Hulkenberger's looking at the best in changeable conditions at the moment. And like you said earlier, Jack, you know, a lot of locker room talk gets passed around dressing rooms of these drivers. And, you know, moving him to F2 would be a good shout. You know, he's got the pace, I think, but he needs the consistency as well, like Courtois has been showing all season. I think that's what defines a driver as professional and as a quick driver, is consistency, as Iram knows very well himself, with 3 F1 titles under his belt.
Also Big C. Also Big C with 7.
Good old mention to Big C.
Phenomenal driver, legend under sight. He'll be in F1 for many seasons to come. Mr. P! Oh, grid drop penalty, 15-second time penalty for this race, and now he's DNF'd.
Changeable conditions getting to him.
Round here, if you can see, you'll be able to see his car on the right-hand side there, parked up. with the missing the tyre, but Blue Mosquito gets a better exit from Cop's corner, and he's losing it through here.
He's got the better run here. He's got a lot of grip. Oh, he's struggling, but is he going to have a run down at Chicken Home? He's not. I think he's just going to be sensible here and take what he can from this race.
Yeah, like you said, Aaron, Mr. P out of this race, struggling in the conditions. Just shout out to Mr. P though for continuing after the spin earlier. Well done, Mr. P. You tried your best.
Yeah,
but, you've done a good job. So it's unfortunate he ended like
Mr.
that,
P
carried on.
Yeah, exactly, Lord. Mr. P used to be on this racing start many years ago, and to have the courage to come back and compete at this level of racing, you've got to take your hat off to him. At one point, he was running second on the grid on those yellow tyres, so he's done a good job for himself, but sadly, no points finished for him this afternoon.
There's another 3-second time penalty.
Picked up a free penalty.
Oh,
no!
This gets interesting. This gets interesting now. Here we go then.
Yeah, getting interesting as Jackie gets himself hyped up. A lot of Red Bull being consumed tonight. As we see Deja Vu battling with Venom for P7, and Venom struggling. Oh, nearly contact going into the Wellington Straight. As Deja Vu lines up the pass. He's got DRS, maybe actually. I don't think he has because of the weather conditions. Yes, he has got DRS on them soft compound tyres, super soft compound tyres, but can't get the move done.
Kurt has got, don't forget Kurt's on the medium, so he's going to gain away from these soft guys. As you can see, the degradation from the soft tyres.
Yep, like you said, the degradation for the soft runners is starting to show now, dropping back from Kurt. He's had a master stroke when it comes to the strategy this weekend. He was the only person out of the front runners to put on the medium tyres. He gambled being slower in the mid part of the race to guarantee victory at the end, and he's done a fabulous job on him.
Yeah.
Chicken Owns hasn't even been close. Really?
Well, having said that, with a 3-second penalty, if the gap finishes as it is, Blue Mosquito will be your race winner, and Hulkenberger may sneak P2, but Blue Mosquito has got to stay within sufficient distance, and Chicken Owens cannot drop too far back here, so it's still in the balance here.
As Deja Vu has a moment coming into the final sector. He was right in the back of Venom, and I don't know if it's the weather conditions or what, but he's definitely not finding the grip he wants to get past this Mercedes for P7.
Blue Mosquito here.
DRS in the wet. Gentlemen, just take a break from the race quickly. Who do you think the driver of the day was? I'll start with you, Lordy Boy.
I can't pick a driver of the day.
At the moment, there's a lot of drivers. I would have gone for Deja Vu if he would have kept the strategy clean and not got a puncture in the penalty for speeding in the pit lane. But at the moment, it has to be Kurtos. He changed his strategy to suit himself and not other people. He changed the norm, and it's worked out brilliantly for him. So if he finishes this race in first, then 100% will be Kurtos.
He's gaining. He's 2.5 ahead of Chicken, and he's gaining away. It's not because he's on the medium tyres. He's got to go all out. We're going to check his telemetry. Look, his telemetry. He's not on Rich. He's got 0.9 left.
I don't think I'd be running Rich in these conditions.
Chicken's gone lean. So here we go then. He's got to go Rich for this lap because he's watching the stream, I think. Kurt, if you're watching the stream, look. Chicken's on lean, and he goes in Rich now. He goes in Rich now for the whole lap, so he's surely got to gain loads of time now. He goes in standard. That's weird.
Well, we've got to stay with this. Blue Mosquito will know that every second counts here. He might not know that drivers in front of him have got penalties, but he's losing so much time behind Chickens, it's actually going to cost him a chance of the race win.
Kurt's the winner as it stands.
But Blue Mosquito, he's got to make the move here. He's got to do it here. Hulkenberger's not close enough. Come on, Blue, you got to do it here. Might as well. What you got to lose?
He's 3.8 ahead, by the way, Kurt. He did definitely
he slapped it in like a buttered up salmon into some breadcrumbs. He's absolutely slapped it in on the inside, but he can't make the tyres stick with the weather conditions being as bad as they are.
It looks like Curtis will be the first back-to-back winner of this season. He's 4.2 ahead of Chicken and counting.
No one has converted to intermediate tyres.
This is getting a bit heated for P2. I know that Chickens has got a 9-second penalty, but it's still nice to see a battle out on track here. Blue Mosquito, wide experienced head.
Oh,
Chicken
chicken
over.
eyes!
He's got so sideways, it's insane! How was he kept on the track?
Blue Mosquito.
The rear end of a golf buggy
Gotta
in
be
the
careful.
snow as Blue Mosquito bombs
there
it
we
up
go.
the inside and slaps that Williams straight into P2. Chicken Own's helpless because he got such a poor exit, but he might come back. He knows he's got penalties.
Kurt's going to be the winner here.
Kurt!
Kurt!
Through the
He's
final
got it.
corner!
And this is going
Win,
to
Oh,
fire
Chicken
the
Owns!
title up.
Chicken Owns!
For the
He's
final
on the
corner.
inside and going into the last corner. The touch! Neck and
Blue
neck!
Mosquito does it.
got
Hulkenberger is on the podium.
Oh.
Would you believe it? What a sensational drive from Hulkenberger. The man from Sunderland. He's not getting relegated this time. Unbelievable.
He's
Lars
getting
comes
promotion
home in fifth.
into P3 as Chicken Owns
Venom
finishes in
comes
fourth.
home in
Lars
sixth.
Gaming not close enough.
Oh, there
Sixth
Clyde!
is
And
Venom.
Dave's still 7th off Clyde there from the last corner. As Clyde got a terrible exit. As Dave finished in 7th.
Ravens Revenge just got a penalty as Taffy comes across the line. Will Taffy get
No.
P9? Taffy
No, he
doesn't get
Warren
P9.
Haig. Come on. What a disastrous race for Warren Haig. He hoped for a lot coming into
Sector
it.
1.
Damage on the opening lap, along with Mr. Grumpy, who's just a position behind him. It's a shame.
I feel
Warren Haig,
so
the
sorry
big
for Simo
fat
today.
sausage,
Hang
as
on.
Luke Green called him last
Kanimoto
race.
versus
Comes
Simo.
across
Oh,
the
sorry, my
line.
bad. But Kanimoto will take home 13th. Simo will take home 14th. He did actually go onto the inters and we missed that.
I don't know if any
Oh,
of these have got
Kanimoto and
penalties.
Grumpy. Kanimoto and Grumpy, one outside here. And Grumpy
Grumpy's
lets
out
him
of fuel.
through. He's out of fuel. Oh, no, he's not. He's on 3 laps.
Oh my god.
Grumpy, I think, has had a grumpy afternoon.
does.
Drunk
and-
one.
Yeah, very drunk from Grumpy going in the first lap. Tried to claw some positions back,
What a drive from Kurt.
but yeah, as you have to say, and as you asked me earlier, driver of the day, it has to go to Courtois. Courtois was
3
fabulous
seconds on
the
that last
entire
lap.
race,
3 seconds on
and
that last lap.
he managed it beautifully. There's no other contenders really for me. Hulkenberger did a very good job, to be fair, with the Renault in P3.
No, it's a
Solid
great
performance.
drive.
I'll go invite the drivers. It's a Renault 1-3. That's going to do well. Oh, what a race. What a race. But you're just dominating it. You'll just dominate it. Oh, right. How do you spell mosquito? It's Quutio. I can't spell.
Ravers, looking
Ravens
P9
Revenge
and P10
a
was
McLaren
Taffy.
in P10. Yeah, well done.
Wow.
Left that one late, didn't we?
Quickest I've ever finished. Hey!
Insane race. To be honest, that was probably one of the best races I think I've commentated on. It's the luck of Iran, I think. The luck of Iran and Lordy Boy.
Thank
I'd
you.
love to see you guys return.
Yeah, we don't do a lot on the Sunday evenings, so I wouldn't mind returning it as a good commentator with you. Hello. And here he is, the race winner. Not just once, but twice, consecutively. It's Courtois in the lobby. How you feeling, mate?
Oh my freaking god! You really want to know? I am fucking absolutely so happy,
Language?
but freaking so. I'm sorry. There's some kids in the party. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's alright, don't worry. Try and contain your excitement. We will have the bleep machine on fully loaded. Don't worry about it if you start. But
Get the
no,
switch.
Jack, do you want to kick off the questions, or do you want me and Aaron to?
You can start.
Aaron, go for it, mate.
Kurt, mate, you picked up that penalty towards the end. Were you concerned that you may have been beaten by some of the drivers behind you? Because at one point the gap between the top four was 3 seconds with you, Chicken, Blue, and Hulk.
Very, very concerned. Of course, at first it didn't really bother me because I was so trying not to get a time penalty, but every single time I practiced, I always got one time penalty, which was Gartland. But I knew that as soon as the rain come, because I was in this party with Hulk, and the medium tyres just work so much better than every other tyre during the rain. So I thought if the rain hits, then hopefully that's my chance, and I took it well and bolted off in the distance as I knew I had to create that gap.
Oh, well done. Lordy, do you have any questions for Kurt?
Yeah, Kurt. How do you feel emotionally after that race? How do you feel, mate? Because it was a fabulous thing to watch.
I want to break down and cry.
In all honesty, go on.
In all honesty, I am really, really happy about that. Obviously, I love Britain. Obviously, who doesn't love Britain?
Me.
But yes, I don't know. I've kind of mixed feelings. I'm very surprised I got that win, as I knew I had to defend, because I was speaking to AMS, Alex, because I only live like 10 minutes away from him, and I was speaking to him, and I knew I would be 3 to 5 tenths a lap slower each lap compared to the people on soft tyres, so I knew I had to get my elbows out and defend very, very hard. But from the defensive work, that's my first time I've had to defend in a league race, and I was really happy with that defensive work. All the career mode battling works.
Yeah. From the spectators' view, man, you did really well. I'll say one more question so we can move on to the other two drivers as well.
Yeah.
The last thing I will say is how did you cope on the mediums? You were the only one out of front runners to go onto them, and it seemed to work in the end and pay off. You got the race win.
Yeah, well, I mean, I was a bit disappointed when the rain came up on the forecast, but I just couldn't. I tried practicing with this by coming onto the soft tyres, and I just couldn't do it. I couldn't extend my super soft tyres long enough, and my tyre life was absolutely woeful. So the only way I could do it was on the medium tyres. And yeah, I was obviously, as soon as the rain hits, as I said, the mediums are the better tyre because they're obviously better in cooler conditions. So I knew they would work much better in the rain.
Yep. Okay. Yeah. Fabulous drive from yourself. Any more questions for Kurt, Aaron, or are you okay to move on?
No, I'm happy to move to Blue.
All right, go for it.
Blue, mate. It was a poor qualifying position for you. In P9, you probably expected a lot more in quali, but you fought tremendously well to get yourself back up on the podium. At one point, we thought you could have ended up as the race winner, as you was within 3 seconds of Kurt within the final 2 laps, but you finished P2. How do you feel? Sum up your race.
Yeah, I can't complain with P2. Another haul of points for the championship. It was a really good fun race actually, but yeah, it just opened up for me a little bit in the first few laps. Made my way up to 4th, I think it was, where I sat for a while behind Hulkenberger. And yeah, and towards the end there was some good on-track battles. Chicken had a really good race actually.
Yeah, it was
good bit of racecraft from him. Good to see. And yeah, a little bit of wheel banging with Kurt as well, but it's all good.
No, it was a great battling for the stream. Just one final question, just from me. I'm sure Lordy's got a question for you.
Oh, I'm ready, mate. I'm ready to ask it.
So now your championship lead's been cut to 23 points. I think it's 21 with Haig, but it's starting to look as if Kurt will be your main challenger for that title, and with 6 or 5 races to go until the end of the season, are you nervous?
No, I don't think so. I think even if I don't qualify so well, a bit like today, I kind of feel like I've got the race pace to bring myself up into, podium territory for every race. So Yeah, he can keep chipping away at those points, but it's a big gap.
Wow. Mark has been set. Lordy.
Yeah, the question for me to you is regarding chicken owns. At some stage in the race, you were very close, throughout most of it. But at some stage of the race, did you feel a bit, annoyed that he was in the way, costing you time to catch Courtois, or were you quite content insisting in third place?
No, I quite enjoyed it actually. The pace was kind of weird. It was like I'd catch up to him and feel a bit quicker, and then the next lap he'd be pulling away. So I couldn't quite work out in the end who was quicker out of the two of us. But yeah, I don't know if you saw us crossing the line there, but it was only a couple of seconds in the end.
Very close.
That was really tight.
Yeah, like you say, it was very tight throughout the entire race. It did spoil it a bit for us because we knew we had time penalties, but nonetheless, 0.003 to the line is, nothing to, skip a beat for. It was crazy watching it on the stream. But no, Jack, do you have any questions for, or are you okay?
Yeah, I have a question. Did you know that chicken had penalties? Because was you watching the stream, or did you just think I might as well battle him? So I don't know if I have penalties, and if he does have penalties, then
yeah, the engineer did tell me earlier on that he had a penalty, but to be honest, I kind of forgot. So it wasn't on my mind at the end. So all I was thinking about was trying to pass him.
Cool. Shall we move on to
But I didn't know if I
Hulkenberg?
had penalties, otherwise I might have done more.
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah, let's move on. Third place podium position gatherer.
Shall I take it away?
Hulkenberger, nice to see you, man.
Yeah, nice to see you, mate. Sunderland fan. I know they've been relegated last season, but
let's not talk about that.
But this must be a bit of a consolation for you. In front of your home crowd, a P3, a mature, clean race. You must be truly ecstatic with that.
Oh, well, it's my first podium in about 2 years, so I'm very happy to get it. Didn't expect it, to be honest. I thought the pace would be a bit quicker, but managed to just about hang on to people's coattails and make a podium at the end.
No, it was a very maturely driven race, and we're happy to see you on the podium. Been around the PSGL site for a long time, so it's good to see you back up there. Lordy or Jack, do you have any questions for Hulk?
I don't have a question.
Yeah, I got a question for him. At the end of the race, the changeable conditions came into play. From our point of view, the tyres looked like they were screaming to be taken off the car. But in the cockpit, it always feels a bit different. So, how did you handle the changeable conditions?
Well, for the first, I haven't done any wet practice at all. So for the first 2 laps after the rain started, I was all over the place. And I think I showed up. I ended up falling away a bit until Blue and Chicken were battling. So I managed to figure it out eventually, and that's what got us the podium. For a few moments, I thought it was actually going to be Kurt, because it said I was within 3 seconds, and then he just pulled away at the end somehow. So, but it didn't actually feel like you needed to be on injuries until the final lap, really. No matter how heavy the rain looked on screen, in the car it felt completely fine for most of the session.
Yeah. It was actually a well driven race by yourself. I'll ask one more question and then I'll let you talk, Jack. How do you feel, after that race emotionally? Because I'm sure it does pull on the heartstrings getting a third place, when you haven't had one in so long.
Oh, it was. I didn't expect it. I was absolutely ecstatic with it, especially it's a double podium for Renault, so we're going to do well in the constructors because of it. It's a race that I always enjoy doing, but I've never really got a very good result at it. So to finally actually get on the podium is it's wonderful. So.
Yeah, congratulations to all three. Jack, do you have something to add?
Yes, I do have something to say. As Grumpy has just put in the picture on the F4 chat, he was on 99% when he crossed the line. He took those sauce from lap 2 until the end, and he's just said on lap 20 he hit 90%. That is a staggering drive from Grumpy to save those tyres.
Oh yeah, like you say, that's an achievement, but when it only gets you P13, mate, should have been considered a fitting. But no, as we go back to Courtois, I'm sure we've got a few more questions and a bit more time. But no, you impressed me the most out of everyone. It was either you or Deja Vu, but he got a puncture on lap 20 on the mediums. But no, I was really impressed with how you handled Chicken Owns' pressure from behind, because he did look very quick. I thought he was going to win it. If it
He
weren't for
was
the
very,
penalty.
very quick.
Yeah, and you handled it brilliantly. And one thing I will say before I pass on to Aaron is, how do you do it, mate? How do you keep the consistency? It's your second race win in 2 races, so it's going well.
Well, in terms of consistency, I don't know, to be honest. I practice awfully a lot as well, which I guess helps, but I don't know, to be honest. My race pace has just always been there ever since I've played the F1 games. My qualifying pace just lets me down, to be fair. And it let me down a bit again, to be fair, and I got my lap invalidated, unfortunately.
Yeah, okay.
Well,
All right,
I've
Aaron, you got anything else
I've got to disagree with you, Lordy. In my opinion, driver of the day for me, it's got to go to Hulkenberger for a podium after such a long time. I know that Sunderland are facing another relegation, and it'd just be mean for me not to give him some praise for today.
I disagree. I'll say Blue Mosquito. Gone from ninth
hello.
to second.
Damn.
It's impressive.
Oh, hello.
Oh,
Controversy.
Yeah. I might have to put a poll up to settle this now.
I'm sorry, Blue. I've got a question for you, mate. How on earth did you get through those first couple laps without no front wing? Without no front wing damage whatsoever? That's just impossible. If that was me, I bet I'll get caught up. I bet you.
Yeah, luck favours the bold.
The driver asked
and
the
I don't know how-
question. We're breaking records here.
Oh my god.
Breaking records. Right, we only sit and commentate. I don't want a medal yet. I think no more questions need to be asked by anyone else. Is that right?
Yeah, wrap it up.
Yeah, wrap it up. Yeah, congratulations to these 3 drivers. They have come out on top here at Silverstone, the British Grand Prix. And we will see you next weekend. Maybe me and Aaron will be here, maybe not. We're not bound as in contract yet, so we don't know. But we'll see you next weekend at Spa. Am I right?
Hungry.
Hungary next weekend. Hungary next weekend. Spa for F1. There we go.
It's Hungary tomorrow as well.
Focus on it.
That's
You're
alright,
funny.
Lordy. Still serving your 2 race bans.
I know. Shut up.
Why have you got a race ban?
I don't want to talk about it.
We'll just pretend and say he's been taken ill for the next 2 F1 races.
Yeah. Got vacation. Taking leave. But no, good content for you two.
Yeah, no,
I
it's fun,
really
thanks.
enjoyed that.
Yeah, well done to the podium finishers.
Thank you.
Cheers.
That
I'm gonna head off.
lasted 13 minutes, 14 minutes, those interviews.
Nothing wrong with that.
I know. It's long though.
That's it. Just, have you ended it, Jack?
No, I'm waiting for you to do an outro. So.
Okay,
well,
you do you, man. You do you.
Yeah. I'm waiting until the swear words can come in.
You heard it from
And
Kurt.
swear at all the drivers and then leave the party. No, I'm kidding. I wouldn't do that. Be off the site.
Good if you and yours are.
I'm just gonna do it now because I'm just gonna do it now. So that's been PSGL F4 Britain. Very hectic race. I'm glad to be joined by 2 F1 drivers. Very enthusiastic, might I add, especially Evan. But I've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed every moment of this race. And we've got next week at Hungary, almost at Spa. Thanks, Lordy. But honestly, hopefully you guys have enjoyed this race. I'll see you guys later. Jack out.